divine intervention, the future Buddha appearing at a certain point in time. And this is the city of the future Buddha with 50 towers. Each tower has either 9 floors or 7 terraces. And in the Buddhist scripture they tell you there will appear, a stupa is a temple. And this temple that appears at the end of the cycle to confirm the teachings of the black people of Asia will give its applause. It will confirm and bear witness to that which you have just seen. Now in closing, the word Naga is a very profound word. It is represented by the serpent, and the serpent or a snakes can be found throughout this city, buried in the jungle. The serpent was the symbol of the black people of the world. Why? Because a serpent or snake changes its skin. That means it doesn't have a standard body that it stays in. It lives, it dies, and it comes back. When a serpent changes his skin, it's symbolic meaning. It means that he changes bodies, but he never dies. So that's why the serpent is the symbol. It's a symbol of immortality, of not dying, of changing bodies, but never actually dying physically. That's why the serpent is buried throughout this city, to show you that the Africans of Asia proved life after death. And we can find a clear definition that is well known in this book put out by the Theosophical Society, identifying various terms. Now, I'm going to read from this book. There you see it right on the screen. I'm going to tell you exactly what it means. Literally, serpent, the name in the Indian pantheon of the serpent or dragon spirits and the inhabitants of Patala, hell. These Nagas are in hell. But Patala means antipodes and was the name given to America. Now, these are some niggas in hell in America, given to America by the ancients who knew and visited that continent before Europe ever heard of it. This term is probably akin to the Mexican Nagals, and they have them as the Nats in Burma. And the esoteric term is represented by the dragon in China and Tibet, and it varies all countries all over the world. In South Central America, they're called Nagas or Nagal. It's known all over the world. It's widespread. It's associated with cosmic forces, with celestial gods, with the constellations, with astrology. The Naga, the serpent, is the identifying symbol of your ancestors because they never died and they had a way of proving it. All you have to do is look at the ancient ruins all over the world, the ancient temples, the ancient symbols of divinity from China to any place you go. Right here is the wisdom. They were identified with wisdom and with death and rebirth and resurrection. They were identified with the resurrection of the dead, of proving life after death. That's why the serpent changes its skin. And it was the symbol that your ancestors live, die, and come back. And you could go to North, Central, or South America. Before the conquistadors came, these were the pyramid temples with the serpent, the Naga outside now, step pyramids, the same principles used all over the world, you will find all over the world, and the serpent is present in each one of them. The Naga. In all ancient traditions, in Asia, the Naga sits on a serpent, symbolized by the black man, the Africans of Asia, 7 cosmic forces protecting him. In Asia, and you will find the same principal teachings in ancient Egypt. If the Egyptologists would just evaluate this for a minute, they see it's the same people doing the same thing. Now the question arises, why does an immortal savior type figure arise among the Negro? And that is because the Negro doesn't realize this, but he has been conditioned to go to hell. He and most people on the planet Earth has been conditioned through Hellenism to go to hell. Black people must understand that 4,000 years ago, the slave master was busy falsifying the religious teachings of the people of Asia. He single-handedly rewrote the entire Hindu religion of 1 billion people of India, and he handed distorted teachings to all the people of Asia. As late as 2,000 years ago, they stepped up their religious brainwashing of the people of the earth. They went from Europe through Asia and back. They carved the path of death, destruction, by establishing a false teaching throughout the world, which still stands today. Hellenism, perpetrated by Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was known and became great for his murder and killing and destruction of everything black that stood in his way. He burned and looted all that was in his path. Without earth movement equipment, he tore down the great multi-storied religious structures spoken about in Deuteronomy and Kings as high places, built by the original man, the Asiatic black man, which showed 9 floors and 7 terraces. These conquistadors did the same thing, Pizarro and Cortez, when they went through North and South America, bringing the Hellenist doctrine, a doctrine that would put the people of the planet Earth in hell. This is what Alexander the Great is famous for murdering and killing and establishing a false religious doctrine throughout the earth to put the people of the planet Earth in hell. They burned and looted all the religious scriptures that was in their way. Their primary objective was to destroy all religious teachings and to establish a false teaching that would send all future generations to hell. To hell with them, of course. This was the primary objective of the Hellenists. They knew they were going to hell, so therefore they set up a system of murder and killing to hide the teachings of God so that everyone on earth would go to hell with them. And the Negro, the American Negro, is their #1 symbol. He took the brunt of all the false teachings of the enemies of God. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Their objective to send the people of the planet Earth to hell. The Negro is supposed to lead the way. This document shows that Alexander the Great ran clean through Asia Minor. Alexandria, Egypt is named after Alexander the Great. He messed up and destroyed the true teachings of the Buddhist books, the Pali Buddhism. He set up a semi-Hellenistic culture throughout northwest India. He made the Buddha statues to look like they were Greek instead of black. He went through Syria, through Saudi Arabia, changing the architecture, the science, and the art into a Hellenist appearing doctrine. He affected all the religious teachings. He went through India. Alexander went through the entire planet Earth, if not him himself personally. The doctrine of Hellenism is now pervades throughout the planet Earth, and you can see here by this map, this ancient map of Asia. It shows with the swastika, which was the symbol of the Hellenists. The swastika and the cross shows you their influence. Ethiopia, which was called Hither India, it was part of Asia at that time. They separated it from Asia, and they show you the cross, where you see the cross and the swastika, where they were influenced.